Team is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff.
Hey guys, it's Josh here from On the Wrong Lead. A cup of Colonial is kind of semi-dram of Colonial. It's actually a Tuesday night. You'll be seeing this on Wednesday morning at the usual time, but we ended up having some scheduling issues. I know Bree is out enjoying a much-needed vacation away from like actual horse racing stuff. I know she's been traveling like crazy for the horse racing, but wanted to give her a little bit of a break, so she asked us to fill in. And we're all traveling tomorrow, so we I kind of just scraped this together. Figured record this the night before, release it on Wednesday, and hopefully we'll be able to help you out here a little bit with Colonial Downs. I've been playing a fair bit of Colonial Downs. I've been having a real severe case of seconditis, and it's been very frustrating. So I actually didn't play today at all. Saving my bankroll for Saratoga. Me and a couple of the guys are going to be out at Saratoga all week: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So if you guys are around at Saratoga, make sure to come hit us up, message us on Twitter at wrong_lead, or you can message me at Cherry Drank. My Twitter handle there is in my name. But I had 3 races I kind of wanted to touch on here at Colonial, and maybe give you a little help for your stables tomorrow. So let's get the old PPs up. We'll do this on the wrong lead style, and we're gonna take it first at race 2. We got a 6 furlong claiming race here. $5,000, non-winners of 1 since February 18th. So first thing I kind of do with some of these races, especially when the condition is very like specific on a date, I do like to do a little bit of digging and maybe take a look at maybe if there's a horse that the condition was written for, or if especially in some of these longer, these like non-winners in 1 year, that kind of stuff, you want to look for a horse that's maybe won in the past couple months. And the 3-horse Zonic is going to be kind of the horse I'll probably play around here. It's going to be $3,000, 8-1 on the morning line. If you look at the PPs, last one, January 29th here. So does fit into that condition fairly nicely. And had a nice little string there of at least on Briz figures, seemed to have a nice little string, and seems to have fallen off here since June, but horse is getting a little bit of a break, coming off a little bit of a layoff. So I'm thinking the horse is going to fire fresh. And if the horse runs back to that form, that early year Gulfstream form, that this horse fits in pretty nicely here. One concern I do have is looking at Brisnet, we do have the S-type horse here, so that's kind of like your closer type horse. And I don't know if this horse is going to need some pace to run in. I mean, has won on rather slow paces like the January 29th. So maybe this isn't a horse that's going to be completely pace compromised, but the favorite here, the 6, Shackled, I mean, just doesn't do it for me. I mean, the figures aren't good. The pace figures aren't really, where I want to be. You got the horse kind of stretching out a little bit. And they were trying it on the turf. They're coming back. You got low percentage connections. This just doesn't feel good taking 2-1 on this kind of horse here. And if you look at some of these other horses, I mean, you got the 7 that looks like a turf horse. The 5 maybe kind of fits if you go back to September, but you got this one cutting back as well. So I don't know. I think in this place, in this place, I'm looking to take a shot with a little bit more of a price. I think Zonic here at $3,000 will be a nice value play, and is in it with a shot to win. So that's going to be my pick here in race number 2. We're going to move on, I believe. Oh, it's definitely not race 6. I'll tell you what, race 6, this will probably won. If I play in StableDuel, I will not have. I don't know what kind of horse I would use here. This is a 2-year-old Virginia restricted maiden turf sprint. Like, if you want to talk about chaos, I mean, this is chaos, chaos for chaos sake. So, I am not a fan of race 6. Let me check. It was either race 7. Nope. Must have been race 5. Yeah. So race 5, I did like another horse here. We're going 5 furlongs on the turf. Now, mind you, I am recording this on Tuesday night. So if we are off the turf, this horse in particular, I didn't really look closely how this horse would do, in the mud or off the turf. I mean, this is a plus move for the trainer. I know the trainer is 0 for 2, but I mean, you got this horse dropping off a win. It looks like the trainer here is a 2 for 5 when doing that. You got a lot of positives here for the trainer. You get Dennis Araujo, who's 15 hitting at 15% here. So coming off a win at Pimlico, I think this horse is going to be in with a shot. I think that there's not much like sprint pace in this race, and I think that this 9 might just get out there and just go with it. I mean, maybe the 4 can also run with this 9, and the 4 is Mr. Ted Mosby's Ranger here, but this horse has just been going backwards, right? You got this 3 consecutively worse efforts here. So I'm kind of against here. JD Acosta's, I mean, I know he's riding my 2, I believe Zonic in race 2, but I just don't like the horse in the spot. You're going to be paying, I think, too much for this horse. So I think, looking elsewhere, I think Marzak at 4-1, 7K, I think is a much safer play. This horse's best races have been 5 furlongs on the turf. So once again, if we're on the turf tomorrow, I think Marzak's going to be a nice kind of anchor play here for me. And then we move on to race 8, the last race here that I kind of wanted to take a look at. And I got 2 horses here, kind of marked. They're real similar in price. And I guess the 3 brokers reward. What you kind of have to tell yourself is, do you believe the horse's figure or the horse's race from Presque Isle? Because that Presque Isle race, I know it was synthetic, and I know it was a while ago, but I kind of feel like that's the kind of pace scenario you're going to get in this race, right? I mean, he had something real similar at Pimlico here. Did have a nice, pretty fast pace, but he was kind of up close here, and just kind of was kind of flat. When he sat a little bit further back, he had a little bit of pace. He had pace to close into, and did nicely. So, what is he going to do? If he's going to be forwardly placed and not sit back, I do not like this spot for Broker's Reward whatsoever. And I'll save the $500 and I'll go here to a Kitten Spa. Kitten Spa is probably my top pick. And Kitten Spa would be a horse that I would feel comfortable playing if this gets washed off as well. The last race at Monmouth on good dirt, didn't have much pace, but was able to close in with a nice big late pace figure. I definitely think that unless you get a lot of speed scratching from this race, I think that this is going to be a race won by someone off the pace. And let's go ahead and cross off this Monmouth G3 that the horse didn't really. I don't know if the horse really belonged in there, but that allowance race at Tampa, same thing, got a nice hot pace, and that horse won easily. Another marathon here at Tampa, and the horse, same thing, closed nicely and won. So I definitely think that that Kitten Spa is going to sit off the pace. I think that this got a more consistent run style, and I think that with the way the pace scenario kind of stacks up on paper, and I'll scroll down to the kind of the race summary here. You got quite a big, couple E8s here, and then Cheyenne's Colonel looks like they want to be forwardly placed here as well. And like I said, Broker's Reward might be one that's going to be right up there. So the favorite Reconvene 2-1. I mean, I just don't see it. I mean, the figures look fine, but you'd like to see a horse coming in with a little bit more form. I mean, I'm always wary of horses that get competitive speed figures, right, and then they're finishing like 11 lengths back or something like that. I mean, fifth. I'm looking kind of the complete package a little bit, especially when I'm looking for a horse at a short price. I think 2-1 on this horse in StableDuel is not worth it. Especially if you believe the Briz figures, the Kitten Spas races are fairly competitive there. You could look at someone like the 6 McCain. The 6 McCain did interest me a little bit, but this might be one that I'm going to be more interested in if it gets washed off. I mean, I guess the first turf try was okay. Did finish second, but I don't know. I think that the 4 is a little bit more of an established turf horse, and the 6's best race has been was a wire to wire on the dirt. And if we're already looking at a race that's got a real hot pace, I just don't know if you're going to want to take a horse whose best races have all been kind of on the engine, on the front end here. So I'm going to take my shot here with the 4 Kitten Spa, maybe the 3 Broker's Reward, but I think the 4, we'll save the $500 and we'll go with that. Yeah, that's going to do it for your Dram of Colonial. Bree leaves the house and gives us the keys, and it all goes to crap. We just do what we want. But yeah, I hope this was a little helpful for you. I hope you get a couple winners out of it. And like I said, if you guys are out in Saratoga, let me know. And yeah, love to say hi.